Hi, third grade. It's Miss Bolden here. I hope that you're all well. Right now, we're going to be doing our CGI problem that pertains to math. So I'm going to read the story one time, and then I'm going to read it again so that we can visualize together. Lily earned $136 in January and $215 in February. Then she bought some clothes. Now she has $273 left. How much money did she spend on clothes? So Lily earned some money in January, some money in February, and now she only has a certain amount of money left. I'm going to read it again. Lily earned $136 in January, okay, and $215 in February. Then she bought some clothes. Now she has $273 left. How much money did she spend on clothes? Now, Lily's just like Miss Bolden, and we like to go shopping. So she earned some money in 1 month, and then she earned some more money, and then she spent a certain amount of money, and now she only has 273 left. Just like if we were in math class, I want us to mark up our problem so that we can see what we're working with. $136 in 1 month, $215 in another month, and now she only has $273 left. And we want to know, this is the big question, how much money did she spend on clothes? All right, Lily, let's see how much money you spent. So right now, what you can do is with your pencil and your paper in a quiet area, I want you to pause this video. You can read it back to yourself, visualize what's happening in the story, and I want you to work on 2 strategies to see how much Lily how much she spent on clothes. All right? So with your pencil and your paper, how much did Lily spend on clothes? Pause the video here, come back once you've had your 2 strategies. All right, so welcome back. I hope that your 2 strategies are written down and you pause the video so that we can work on it together. So I know that this is a 2-step problem. The first thing that I need to do is I need to add how much she spent. I keep saying spent, and my mind is at the mall right now. I need to add how much she earned. So Lily did her job, she might have did her chores, and she earned $136 and then $215. So we need to figure out how much she had altogether, because with that money, she went shopping. So the strategy that I like to use when adding is a really simple one, families, and this is one where I keep where we chunk it up into hundreds, tens, and ones. So I'm going to add my hundreds, 100 plus 200, and that's going to give me 300. And then you add your tens, 30 plus 10, that gives me 40. And then you add, of course, your ones. 6 plus 5 gives me 11. So I'm going to add it all up. I got 1, 5, 3. $351. Ooh, Lily was working hard and she earned a lot of money in those 2 months. $351. So that's part 1. Part 2 is now we have how much she earned, how much money she had. Now we need to figure out how much did Lily spend at this mall while she was getting some clothes. 351 minus 273. Now, just being a good mathematician already, I see that I'm going to have to regroup, and regrouping gets a little tricky. So I'm going to do a method that most of you should be familiar with, where I'm going to keep my 351 the same, and I'm going to start to chunk it. I'm going to actually let you see it. 351 is going to stay the same, and then I'm going to subtract from my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Let's see. 351 minus 200. That's easy. I'm going to get 151. So now I'm going to subtract my tens. 151 minus 70. That's going to get me, that's a little tricky. So it's okay. I'm going to probably have to chunk it up a little. But 151 minus 70 gives me 80, excuse me, 81. And then I'm going to subtract my ones. 81 minus 3. So I'm going to count backwards from 81. So I'm going to keep 81 in my head or in my heart, and then I'm going to start to count backwards. So 81, 80, 79, 78. Whew. Lily spent a lot of money at this mall getting her clothes. $78 is how much she spent on clothes. So we got that first strategy out the way. Now let's work on our second strategy. So with my adding, part one, this method is really, really easy for us when it comes to adding. So I'm going to stick with that method. 136 plus 215. I'm going to add my hundreds. Gives me 300. I'm going to add up my tens, 300. Oh, yikes. Silly Miss Bolden. I'm going to add up my tens for real now. 10 plus 20 gives me 30. There we go. Now, I'm going to add up my ones. 6 plus 5 gives me 11. And we know, Miss Bolden keeps making so many mistakes. I hope that you guys are having better luck with this than I am. 30 plus 10 gives me 40. Now, if we were in the class, all the scholars would stop me like, Miss Bolden, you're making a mistake. So now that we fixed our error, we know that this equals 351. All right, Miss Bolden should slow down. 351 minus 273. Now, instead of doing this method, which can get a little tricky, one method that scholars are really comfortable with is the HTO method. And if you agree, you can give me that. Me too. 351 minus 273. So I'm going to make my HTO chart. Okay. Now I have my HTO chart ready. I'm going to put my bigger number inside of the chart. So 351 goes inside. I have 1, 5 tens, and 3 hundreds. So now I'm going to start taking away. One thing that we like to do is get a different marker so that we know how we're regrouping and making sure that we don't make any mistakes like Miss Bolden did up there. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my ones. Always start with your ones place because that's what good mathematicians do. They go from their ones all the way to their hundreds. So I know that if I have 1, I cannot take away 3. So I got to go next door and you should have said get 10 more. I hear you. So I'm going to cross him out and then I'm going to make this arrow so that I know that he's no longer in the tens place. He's going to go to my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have enough to take that 3. Push it closer because this can get a little tricky. Now I can take away that 3. 1, 2, 3. How much do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 left. Excuse me. Now I'm going to take 7 away from my tens place. But wait a second. I only have 4, so I can't take 7 from 4. I got to go next door and get 10 more. Crossing him out, and I'm bringing this arrow to show that he's no longer in the hundreds place. Now he's coming to my tens place. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The different colors really help me see that I'm accurately adding 10 to my new place. Because if I get tricked and I'm counting this 4, I won't be able to count properly. So I need to make sure that I'm bringing 10 over to my new place value. Now can I take away that 7? I sure can. Let's take away 7 from my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 78 is my answer. So I got 78 here and 78 there. If you got both strategies with 78, give yourself a smiley face and a check, anything that makes you super happy. So now what we're going to do is the final step of a CGI problem. All mathematicians make sure that they have a number sentence to accurately represent their work. And remember, our number sentence is only going to involve the numbers that are in my problem. So the first thing that we did was 136 plus 215. I put those in parentheses to let me know that that was what I did first. And then the answer that we got from this, we subtracted it from how much money she had left, which was 273. Now, I'm not going to get tricked right here. 136 plus 215 is what I did first, and then I subtracted it. But we know that in 3rd grade, we have a variable to represent our work. The variable is not going to be 78. I'm going to put a C for clothes. And I put C because that represents how much she spent on the clothes. So we know that C is equal to 70. But I did not include that in my number sentence. So take this time now to check your work. And if you made mistakes like Ms. Bolden did there, that's okay. Just fix it the way that we fixed it together. I'll see you next time. Bye.